I was hoping to look at the Devil's Toe, but I guess not.
The train! That must be Kenneth.
Oh, hell yeah!
I should go and meet him at the station.
Okay, let's do that. Let him give us some money. He doesn't seem to be here. Oh, great.
Where is Kenneth?
He better not have gone missing too. Unless we missed him?
He was supposed to wait for me at the station.
Hey, did you see anything?
I'm looking for my assistant, Kenneth.
Oh, aye?
His train has arrived.
Not a single soul disembarked the last train, Miss Bateman.
Impossible.
Great.
Was that not the midday train from London by way of Derby?
Aye, it were. Mr. Price were here, unloaded a few crates.
But no Kenneth.
Not a soul. Hold on. One of them crates had your name on it, Miss Bateman. A great big one it were, with...
A red ribbon.
Aye.
What is Kenneth playing at, sending my equipment but not himself? Curses. Where is my crate now?
Mr. Price took away all the crates on his cart.
Who?
Mr. Price, he's the postmaster.
Where can I find Mr. Price?
He lives above the storeroom, just north of the plough and furrow. You'll see it. There's a Royal Mail plaque on the wall.
Thank you. What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Oh, you've heard of his lordship, then?
Yes. Do you know him?
Aye. He comes into the village from time to time, gives sweets to the children, hires young men to work his land. He's well liked around here.
I sense some hesitation, Mr. Tillett.
Well, we kind of have an unspoken agreement with his lordship. He looks after us, provided we leave him alone.
I don't follow.
He likes his privacy.
Some people do.
No one is allowed to visit him.
Do you mean to say that he's a bit eccentric?
No. I've heard people got fired at when approaching his manor uninvited.
Good grief! But is this true?
Well, I won't be the one to find out.
Yeah, that guy's definitely a little bit weird, but everyone here is, so...
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow.
Hobbs Barrow.
It's why Leonard Shoulder invited me to Bewley. He thought I might like to excavate it.
Oh, aye. I heard about a Hobbs Barrow somewhere out there. There's some old stories around it.
What stories?
I guess you're not going to tell me?
I can't remember.
Of
Mr.
course.
Tillett, please. This is important.
I'm awfully sorry, Miss Bateman. I'll try to remember. If he invited you here, then I'm sure Mr. Shoulder will tell you all about it.
That's if I ever get to meet him.
I'm sure you will.
Oh, hello there.
Good day to you, Cyril.
How do, lass?
What are you up to, Cyril?
Keeping an eye on that bleeding railway station. That's what. Thankfully, no one got off the last train.
Really hate that station, don't you?
Oh, I curse Midland Railway for bringing their damn line through Bewley. This is our town, our land. 'Tis no place for outsiders.
So you keep saying.
Anyway, no more trains today. Almost time to celebrate with an ale, I think.
I could do with one myself.
You paying?
No. I found Mr. Shoulder's house today, but he wasn't home.
Why the bleeding hell should I care, lass?
I'm looking for Hobbs Barrow. Do you know where it is?
Mind your own business, lass.
You really are quite helpful, aren't you?
Bah!
Goodbye.
Ta-ra, lass.
I noticed your spectacular fossil specimen.
Oh, I collect them. This one is called
Ammonite.
I'm impressed, lass.
From the Jurassic period, I'd venture.
Do you collect them too, then?
My true interests lie in comparatively modern history.
Oh, well, I do love a fossil. It's important to remember that we all end up in the soil eventually.
Quite. What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
His lordship commands much respect around here, lass. Keeps me busy with work. Why do you ask?
Just curious. Are you sure you don't know where Hobbs Barrow is?
Sorry, lass.
Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Good day.
Hello, miss.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
Not a lot. I know he's in charge around here.
Does he come to the village often?
Not really. He has a manor out on the moors.
Have you ever been there?
Heavens, no. Villagers aren't allowed there.
Why not?
Dunno. It's just the way it is.
Something suspicious is definitely going on with that guy.
Are you sure you know nothing of Hobbs Barrow? I really must find it.
I'm sure.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
Okay, what about the little kid? Okay, if you can click on him. There we go.
Hello?
Yes?
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
He gave me some sweets once. My friend says that Lord Panswick has special trees at his manor that grow sweets on their branches. Do you think that's true, miss?
I think that's very unlikely.
Me too.
Are you sure you know nothing of Hobbs Barrow?
That like a wheelbarrow.
Never mind. Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
To be that innocent and young again. Yeah. I like how we had the option there, even though he asked us not to, but fuck it, we can ask.
Father Roach asked me not to discuss that with Mrs. de Plancy.
And why give me the option then? Do we or don't we? Fuck it, I'm curious, let's ask.
Father Roach seemed rather under the weather, don't you think?
Father Roach? The man is as fit as a lad half his age. What makes you say that?
I found him in the woods in a state of considerable distress.
Oh my! This is very worrying. I must check on him later. I had no idea.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
Wretched man. They say he is restoring a chapel near his manor. But for whom and to what god, I ask?
Is he a man of faith?
I've barely seen him set foot in St. Edmunds. It doesn't stop him from acting as our God-given ruler. Stay away from him, pet. Don't get yourself tangled up in local affairs.
I certainly don't intend to. Why did you call Lord Panswick wretched?
He hides in that manor of his and cares not for his people. I've heard stories whispered in the pews, you know.
What kind of stories?
That he shoots people on sight. Anyone that strays onto Panswick Manor.
Good grief.
Yet he will walk into the plough and furrow and bar ale for all and be hailed as our protector. I answer to God and God alone. Forgive me, pet. I shouldn't get so worked up.
Not at all. I appreciate your honesty, Mrs. de Plancy. Are you sure you don't know where Hobbs Barrow is?
Hobbs, what?
Never mind. Thank you for your time.
Lord be with you.
There's a thing here. Didn't notice that.
Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear. Father Roach won't mind lending it. Just be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Of course, thank you.
It is more blessed to give than to receive.
Okay, thank you. Okay, don't want to know what I need that for, but I got it. Swear to God, I better not have had to use it
I
on
may be
here.
a barrow digger, but I am no grave robber.
Okay, good. Oh, he's not here. Okay, I was coming in here to speak to him, but I guess not.
can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Naught to say, except don't be sniffing around his lordship's manor. You'll end up with a round of shot in you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Just mind your own business around here.
I really must find Hobbs Barrow.
What did I tell you last time? Naught to be found digging around in those things.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
There's a little window box up
The
here
window
with
box
Birdie.
is well out of reach. These flowers look pretty. Someone must take good care of them.
There's also a bird. Oh, hi there.
That must be the postmaster's storeroom.
Okay,
Hello.
I don't think we've been
Good
introduced.
day. I haven't seen you in Bewley before.
I'm just visiting.
Lovely. It's nice to see a new face. We don't get many visitors. My name's Henry. Henry Long.
Nice to meet you, Henry. Thomasina Bateman.
Wonderful. What a treat.
You seem in a good mood, Mr. Long.
It's just lovely to see a new face. Where are you from, Miss Bateman?
Yeah, let's tell him. He seems harmless enough for now.
Originally a small town on the outskirts of Derby, Mr. Long. Though I currently reside in London.
London. I've never met anyone from London. How very exciting. Have you lived there a long time?
It's been quite a few years now, yes.
I've heard that the air there is so heavy with smoke, it makes it hard to breathe. Is that true?
Some days.
Oh, you must miss the fresh northern air. Well, you've got that in Bewley. No factories out here. Such things are a blight on his creation. I were born in this very home I stand in front of. Bewley is in my blood. Why would I ever want to leave? Especially now I can meet new folk thanks to the railway line.
I'm looking for Mr. Price, the postmaster.
Oh, Mr. Price, my lovely neighbour. I'm afraid you've just missed him.
Curses.
I saw him wheeling a large crate into his storeroom just there.
It must be mine. I really need it.
Have a look through the window to see if it's yours.
Where did Mr. Price go?
I don't know. The man were in a hurry. I know he has family in Bakewell.
That's miles away. Did he leave by foot?
No, by horse. He must be a few miles down the road by now.
Curses.
God damn it, just our luck.
When will Mr. Price be back?
He didn't say. Could be tonight, could be a few days.
How infuriating.
I told him I'd keep watch of his storeroom, and I'm a man of my word, Miss Bateman. I shall not budge from this spot.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
Aye, funny old fellow. I hear he lives way out on the moors somewhere.
Have you seen him recently?
No, not for a long while now that you mention it. Why do you ask?
It's a long story, but I was to meet him in Bewley. He invited me here.
Well, I must thank him when I see him for inviting such an enchanting young woman.
You flatter me, Mr. Long. Your opinion of the railway station differs widely from your fellow townsfolk, Mr. Long. I've not met anyone particularly keen on it.
That railway line is the start of a new era for Bewley. Mark my words. There's much to protect here, but we need new blood. I hope that some of you visitors will actually stay here permanently,
Why is that?
so I have new friends to talk to. Some people here don't want any new friends. Cyril Farnaby, the miserable old sod, is the worst offender.
Yeah, we've met the old bugger. He's definitely charming in his own way.
I've had the pleasure of meeting Cyril. He really dislikes the railway station.
Absolutely miserable he is. I've tried to convince him many times that the station will help Bewley. He just doesn't understand.
I met him last night in the Plough and Furrow.
Aye, the scene of our many debates. Blimey, I could go for an ale right now, actually.
Can I buy you a drink?
Really?
No. Wait. Do you think Mr. Kemp will let me open a tap?
Perhaps. You could always ask him. I shouldn't leave anyway. Mr. Price is relying on me to keep watch of his storeroom.
Just fair enough, but yeah, we need money. before we go
I'm
buying
looking
anything.
for Hobbs Barrow.
One of those old burial hills.
Yes. Do you know where it is?
Believe it or not, I haven't set foot on the moor since I were a child.
Why is that?
I've got all I need right here in Bewley. And we're all truly blessed with the railway station, which brings us lovely new faces.
Goodbye.
Don't be a stranger.
He seems a lot more friendly than pretty much the entire town, so... Okay, yeah, let's look in the window. Okay, there we go. Okay, yep, that's definitely a house.
There's my crate. Kenneth always ties a red ribbon to it. I can see an envelope tucked behind the ribbon. Perhaps it can help explain Kenneth's absence. I'm going to have to
Yeah.
get in there.
How do we get in there?
The postmaster isn't home.
But my crate is in there.
You'll have to wait for Mr. Price to get back.
Okay. Oh hey, they're back.
I'm sorry to ask this, Mr. Kemp, but could I please open a tab?
Still not in your purse?
I'm afraid not. My assistant hasn't arrived as planned, so I find myself in a bind. He must have put the money in my crate, which is currently being held in Mr. Price's storeroom.
Well, as you know, I run an honest establishment here, and I do trust you. So yes, I'll open an account for you, to be settled
Yes.
at the end of your stay.
Of course. Thank you, Mr. Kemp.
Now then, I'll be needing something of value as a deposit.
I thought you said you trusted me.
Aye, it's not personal, lass. One can never be too cautious.
Yes, fair enough. So we're gonna have to find something of value then.
I found Mr. Shoulder's home, thanks to the help of Father Roach.
Wonderful! So you've met our vicar then?
Yes, I did. An interesting character.
Indeed. So, did old Leonard apologise for his absence?
Not quite. He wasn't home.
What is that man playing at?
You tell me. I've decided to find Hobbs Barrow without Mr. Shoulder's aid.
Are you sure that's a wise idea, lass?
What other choice do I have? I have a feeling he is avoiding me. Do you know where I can find the Barrow?
No, sorry. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
My assistant has not arrived as planned.
Oh, is everything all right?
I'm not entirely sure.
Am I to keep a room for him just in case?
If you could hold it for one more night, Mr. Kemp.
As you wish.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
A most charming man, Miss Bateman. He looks after us here, a good fellow.
Where does he live?
Panswick Manor, on the moors. No visitors allowed. His lordship likes his privacy.
How can I open a tab again?
Leave me an item of value as a deposit. I'll give it back to you at the end of your stay, when it will be time to pay the piper.
Okay,
Bye.
not ominous at
See
all.
you soon.
Okay, I don't really know. The cross maybe?
Will you accept this silver cross pendant as a deposit?
Can I take a closer look at it? Aye, silver. That'll do.
Ah, yes.
Thank
Finally
you,
found a
Mr.
use for
Kemp.
it.
Can I get you something to drink?
Okay,
A
yes,
tankard
one
of your
drink.
finest ale, Mr. Kemp.
There we are. That's 2 pence on your account.
Thank you. Most agreeable.
Okay, well, I was expecting us to take the drink with us, but
Good day, sir.
yep, as chattable as ever.
Can I buy you a drink, Henry?
Really?
Really? We can talk more at the inn.
But I told Mr. Price I'd keep watch of his storeroom.
doors have locks for this very reason.
You're right. One drink won't take long. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
Okay, yay. Making progress.
The rocket weren't Stevenson's only design, you know. Before that, there were the Blucher and the Locomotion. But my favourite would have to be the Lancashire Witch. I believe he built that in 1828. In Newcastle, of course. Well, that's me. I better be off.
Wait!
Ta-ra, Miss Bateman.
God damn it.
I couldn't even get a word in.
He likes a good chinwag, our Henry.
He certainly does. Henry Long can talk, can't he?
He's a colourful character. The man drinks like a fish.
He certainly does.
I've seen him drink this place dry and still be up to tend his garden at sunrise. The man can truly hold his ale.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
What do you make of Henry Long?
An idiot who thinks that station's a good idea. Can you imagine? Strangers pouring into Bewley. Turns the stomach, that does.
Maybe he has a point. You could travel.
Bah! You're an outsider. I'd expect you to have such a bad opinion. But Henry, he's a Bewley lad. We've had the odd barney or two in the pub over it all.
I can imagine. Can I buy you a drink, Cyril?
Well,
Yes.
go on then, lass.
Follow me.
We're gonna definitely go bankrupt because of these people.
So then he turns around and says, "Why is a dog like a tree?" And I says, "I don't know." And he says, "Because they both lose their bark once they're dead."
Very droll, Cyril. Well, it's been a pleasure, but I must be off.
Aye, lass. Ta for the drink. You're not too bad for an outsider.
Yay! Sir Alexis, for now. Oh, I just had an idea. Because he said about him and Henry having a Barney and whatnot. So, now that he's in here, maybe we can get Henry in here. Okay. Once I'm actually able to use my brain and be smart for once. Okay. We need
Hello.
you.
Good day.
Okay, we need you back in
Can I buy you
the
another drink?
pub.
I suppose one more ale won't hurt. I shall take you up on your offer, Miss Bateman.
Let us make our way.
Okay, let's do this.
To think, if that station hadn't been built, we would never have met. Blessed be the Midland Railway.
Yeah, there
Idiot!
we go.
That station is the worst decision this village has ever made.
Cyril Farnaby, a miserable man with miserable ideas. I will change your mind even if it kills me.
Yep, now he's finally stuck in here. We can finally maybe do something about our mail. Yeah,
I'll
they're
leave
definitely
Cyril and
arguing.
Henry to their grand debate.
Yeah. Doesn't seem to be as pleasant as we thought he was. But anyway, now that that place is free, we can finally snoop around without being watched. Oh, little brother's gone. Okay, so we can actually talk to her.
Myrtle!
Pardon?
He took her and ran off. I hate him.
Is Myrtle one of your dolls?
Yes, my favourite. Mummy made her for me. She's so beautiful. Wally is the worst brother in the whole world.
It sure, definitely sounds like it.
Tell me more about the Ammon's horn.
Daddy said we should never touch it. It will make the god angry.
What god?
Ammon, of course.
Yeah, might as well go along with the story. She's only a child. Or should we? Yeah, no. Let's do it. A little
Jane,
education.
This is a fossil.
It's a horn. What's a fossil, miss?
A fossil is an impression of a prehistoric plant or animal embedded in rock and preserved in petrified form. This particular animal was called an ammonite.
I'm confused. It's not a horn?
No, it's the impression of a long-dead sea creature.
Well, I believe my daddy. He doesn't lie to me.
Your father is somewhat correct. For you see, ammonites were given their name for the Egyptian god Ammon.
See, I told you. It's Ammon's horn. My daddy is always right.
You might as well leave it be. But at least she knows a little bit about it now.
Why did your brother take Myrtle away?
He's just jealous because Daddy is letting me come with him to the market tomorrow. Wally thinks I'm Daddy's favourite, so he took Myrtle from me. What if he rips her to tatters? What if he feeds her to Mr. Bryden's goat?
Don't worry, Jane. I'm sure he wouldn't do such a thing. Where did your brother go?
I don't know. Home, maybe. But I have to wait here for Myrtle's friends to dry out.
Where do you live?
Our home is on the other side of the village, miss. Maybe Wally went back there. Or maybe he's left her out on the moors. Poor Myrtle. I'm going to kick him so hard.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
I have, yes.
You have?
We aren't supposed to talk about it.
Why not?
Would you like to go there?
Yes, I would very much like to.
I'll tell you where it is if you find Myrtle for me.
Of course.
Yes! But don't tell anyone about it or I'll be told off.
I promise.
Please find Myrtle first. I miss her.
I will.
Yay, we're getting somewhere. Aha, here he is.
Good day.
Okay, where's the doll?
Jane tells me you've taken Myrtle away.
And what if I did?
That's a bit mean, don't you think?
She kicked me! Look at this bruise on my leg!
That's definitely nasty.
That does look quite bad. Why did she kick you?
Because she's a little goblin. You don't know what she can be like. Besides, Myrtle is gone now. I've given her to the fair folk. That'll teach her.
Oh, so she probably put it in the mushroom circle. Okay, we'll go look for that then.
Who are the fair folk?
The little people of the moors. I gave Myrtle to them.
Little people? You don't mean fairies, do you?
We call them fair folk round here.
Wally, there is no such thing as fairies.
It's two, and I gave them a doll.
Where can I find these fair folk?
Follow the tinkle of their tiny bells. I hear them when the wind dies. They dance around their little house.
But where is this little house?
Just listen for the bells, you'll find it. Don't think about bringing that doll back. That'll just bring bad luck for all of us.
Can't be as bad as it's been so far.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
I heard he owns the whole county.
Have you met him?
No, he lives out on the moors somewhere. But everyone does what he tells them to.
Why's that?
Because he has a lot of money.
Are you sure you don't know anything about Hobbs Barrow? I would very much like to find it.
No.
Goodbye. I'd better not touch them. It looks like something has been buried in the middle.
Aha, here we go. And now we can use the trowel for it. Okay, just careful to not break the circle. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, we're getting a flashback, I guess.
Thomasina, please stop leaving your toys lying about the place. What happened the last time you left your dolly under the tree?
A fox ate it, madame.
Yes, it did.
Fetch it now, won't you? Then I'll fix your supper.
Yes, madame.
Oh, okay, so we actually get to control as her as a kid. Oh yeah, there's the fairy circle again. And a naked woman. Okay, Josephine.
There you are, Josephine. I won't let the foxes eat you.
Who's that you have there, little bird?
Josephine. She introduced me to the fairies.
Oh, fairies, you say?
Yes, Daddy.
Do you believe in fairies?
Of course. Do you see those mushrooms over there?
Yes.
That's a gateway to their kingdom. That's where Josephine and I go to talk to the fairies.
Now, listen to me, Thomasina.
Yes?
You're old enough now to hear this. There's no such thing as fairies or talking dolls, my little bird.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, my dear child. I do not wish to upset you. I just want to make sure that you understand the difference between fantasy and reality. Josephine is just a doll, and fairies do not exist.
But, Daddy...
Science is the great antidote to the poison of enthusiasm and superstition. Please always remember that. If you hear anything about fairies or the like again, know that it's hogwash. What is it?
Hogwash. Poor girl.
Hogwash.
Yeah, hogwash.
Did Wally bury the doll, I wonder?
Yeah, he probably did. Ew, gross.
This must be Jane's ragdoll.
Yeah, worms.
You're coming with me, little fellow.
Oh,
I shall
wait.
name you Kenneth.
Okay, I'm getting the
I've already
worms.
taken one.
Okay, lovely. Don't know why we need the worms, but okay.
Perhaps
But
these
the
wriggling worms are the fair folk young Wally was so fearful of.
Yeah, the poor doll's gonna need another wash.
How strange. There is a hairpin pierced through the arm. This may come in handy. I'll keep it.
Oh,
At least I shall
okay.
not return from Bewley empty-handed.
Okay, here's your doll who needs another wash.
I present to you Myrtle.
Myrtle!
Oh, she seems so happy.
I missed you so much.
Now, I believe we had a deal.
Hide and seek.
Fuck.
Come back!
Let's follow her
In
then.
moments like these, I thank myself for not having children.
Same here. Okay, but first, we can finally touch this.
I can't pry the fossil from the rock with my bare hands. The trowel is too blunt to chip away at the rock.
Huh, okay, so we need something sharp. Hairpin?
The hairpin isn't strong enough to remove the fossil.
Damn.
Hey!
Okay, I guess we're going off that way. Oh, I wonder if it was the hole that was over here, maybe. Okay, where the... Oh, yep, she's over there.
Jane?
Oh, that's actually kind of adorable.
Jane, get out of there. Don't make me come in.
Maybe she wants us
Fine.
to go in. Guess not.
Curses. The hole is too small for me to fit through.
But luckily, we have this. Okay, there we go.
I was
Now we
always
can go through.
happiest with a trowel in my hand. uncovering hidden worlds within the earth itself, clod by clod. That should be.
Okay, let's go in.
Jane!
And this is where it starts to become a horror game. Oh, we had the match. Yay, we finally get to use our only match.
Curses. The useless thing blew out.
Yeah, damn.
Kenneth taught me this useful trick. A hairpin is much more than a hair accessory. A few wiggles and this lock should spring right open.
Ooh, is it actually gonna work?
I've snapped the hairpin in the process, but I managed to unlock the door.
Oh, yay.
Let's open this envelope. There's a note inside.
Miss Bateman, beg your forgiveness. Matter of grave urgency has arrived, risen in London, and cannot join you in Bewley. I packed your usual equipment and pray you will find local assistance in my absence. Look forward to seeing you upon your return. Yours faithfully, Kenneth Murdoch.
How very frustrating. I wonder
Indeed.
what happened. I'd better get this to the alley before Mr. Long comes back.
Yeah, definitely.
Moving a fully laden crate through the village square was no easy task. Somehow, no one was there to witness it. But I didn't give up, because I never give up, do I, Mother? I am as stubborn as my father, as you liked to remind me.
Okay, finally got it.
Wait. Where is my money?
Ah,
It's
for
not
fuck's
in
sake.
here. Kenneth, you absolute liability of a man.
Oh,
Looks
shit.
like everything else is in here. Picks, specimen trays, shovels. Oh, my chisel, I'll take that. Ah, my lantern.
Ah, yes,
Feels
lantern.
light. There mustn't be any oil inside.
Oh, for fuck's
I'll
sake.
leave the rest in the crate. Stanley assured me things would be safe here. No money and no assistant. This is most inconvenient.
It's
Still,
good.
I've been in worse situations. I've got a tab at the inn for now. I'll worry about money later. I must find that Barrow and get on with the excavation.
Well, we're fucked.
Good day.
Yes?
Ah, yeah, I had a thought, because I was like, blacksmith, he should add some oil.
I was wondering if you might be able to spare some lantern oil.
I don't have much to spare, lass. Paraffin is as rare as hen's teeth in these parts. How much coin do you have?
None, I'm afraid.
If you're in a bind, I can trade you a small amount.
A trade, you say?
Aye.
Okay, what can I trade you with?
What can I trade you for some lantern oil?
Surprise me.
Thanks for
Okay.
your time.
Oh,
Speak to you later.
I know, because it's got the fossil here, so we need to find a way to get the fossil off that thing. Chisel. Okay, we are going there next. Okay, let's get the thing off.
Splendid. I've managed to extract it in one piece.
Yay! Now to give him the fossil.
Would you trade some of your paraffin for this fossilized ammonite, Mr. Crozier?
Now then, 'tis a beauty that. It looks familiar. I'll take it off your hands.
Wonderful.
Let me fetch some paraffin from inside.
Yay, it actually worked.
There you are.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
Okay, yay, we got that. Okay, we use that with that, but now how are we gonna light it? Cause, we gonna use a match. Oh, okay.
Fueled and ready for action.
Okay. Well, time to go back in that hole.
Right, let's put this lantern to good use.
Don't like this. Why do you have to do the heartbeat? Okay, let's continue through and hope nothing bad happens.
Jane, come out at once.
Okay, now the giggling is kinda creepy. Do you really have to do this to me, game? Oh, hi. Oh, Badger!
Goodness me! Jane!
Silly, what are you doing in that smelly old badger's hole?
You were in there.
No, I weren't.
Yes, you were.
Not true. I was hiding behind that tree over there. I got bored of waiting for you.
So where can I find Hobbs Barrow?
Go north from the church graveyard, up the hill. You'll see some muddy fields on the horizon. That's Mr. Bryden's farm. Hobbs Barrow is there. Don't tell any grown-ups I told you. And thanks for getting Myrtle back.
My pleasure.
No worries.
Thank you, Jane. You've been a great help.
And who the fuck was we hearing? Who was it that we were hearing giggling in there then? I don't like it anymore. Don't like the giggling. Get the fuck out of here. Okay, just
As
so
I
there was a
trudged
crow
through
there.
the barren moors, with only the odd sheep for company, I reflected upon my visit to Bewley thus far. The enigmatic Mr. Shoulder and his puzzling disappearance. The townsfolk of Bewley, who had made it as difficult as they could for me to find Hobbs Barrow. The suspicion, the wariness in their eyes. Only now I know it was actually fear. In the end, it was the innocence of a child, young Jane, that condemned me to my fate.
Okay, even more ominous.
I've no desire to wander the furrows.
Fair enough. Do we risk knocking? Hey.
What do you want?
My name is Thomasina Bateman. Mr. Bryden, I presume.
Aye. What do you want, lass?
What can you tell me of Lord Panswick?
He keeps us going. Most of our crops go to feed his animals.
What is he like?
Oh, I've hardly laid eyes on him. He sends his workers here to pick up the crops.
I see. I understand Hobbs Barrow is located on your land.
Oh, well, yes. Why'd you ask?
I am an antiquarian, Mr. Bryden. I'm writing a volume on the Barrows of England.
Oh, I suppose you'll be wanting to dig about it.
If at all possible, Mr. Bryden. I was invited to Bewley by Mr. Leonard Shoulder, who told me such an excavation would be possible.
Leonard Shoulder? Ha! I haven't seen him in years. The last I heard he were on death's door. There's to be no more digging there, lass. Not since it went so badly last time.
Last time?
Was there a previous excavation of Hobbs Barrow?
Aye. Me brother dug it up. Must have been, what, 25 years ago?
You see, whatever he found inside, well, it drove him mad.
Oh?
Aye. I moved back here to look after him. Poor bastard hanged himself not long after.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bryden. That's terrible.
Aye. Time passes, but it were an awful thing.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Bryden.
I live here with my wife, and I might be long in tooth, but I can still run this farm without too much help.
What did your brother find?
Samuel. Samuel were his name.
Sorry, what did Samuel find in the barrow?
I don't know, but something went wrong. Afterward, he could barely speak. You couldn't make out a word, like.
That must have been hard.
He lost a hand in that excavation too, you know.
Goodness me, how?
I try hard not to speculate on what might have happened, lass. I'd see him disappear into that barrow, dragging timber in with him. You'd hear him hammering away for hours. I offered him help, but he'd have none of it. Soon enough, he blocked the entrance off. To look at it now, you'd never know the thing we dug up. The land has reclaimed it.
Who else was involved in the excavation?
2 others, I believe. Outsiders, perhaps. I can't say for sure. I think they left town pretty swiftly afterwards. I lived in Bakewell at the time. I only moved back here to look after Samuel. I took over the farm when he passed away.
I see. What can you tell me about your farm?
Samuel's fair to side. We're a fortunate family. The soil is fertile here. Crops grow without too much trouble. All the other farmers round here raise livestock. Even Lord Panswick. We grow feed for him.
Most fortunate, Mr. Bryden. Is your wife home?
She's out in fields, lass. Pulling weeds. The curse of such fertile soil. 40 years we've been married. I couldn't do it without her, you see.
How splendid.
Aye. My wife is a fine woman. Are you married, lass?
No. I've had my fair share of proposals, Mr. Bryden, but that's not the life for me.
Marriage is an important institution. You'll find a man one day.
I manage rather well without one, Mr. Bryden. You haven't seen Mr. Shoulder for some time?
I hear about him now and then, but it must be a good few years since I set eyes on him.
He hasn't been here to visit Hobbs Barrow?
Not to my knowledge. I heard he's beset by ailments. Don't leave his home often.
How odd. I assumed he'd spoken to you about my visit.
Not at all.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Mr. Shoulder maybe wasn't the one that sent us the letter.
You say Mr. Shoulder is at death's door. What exactly ails him?
I'm unsure. It's just what I've heard. I wouldn't want to speculate on matters that are not my business.
Fair enough.
Mr. Bryden, may I please have your permission to excavate Hobbs Barrow?
No. Have you not been listening, lass? Samuel found something in there that's best left to rot. No digging here, lass.
Wouldn't you like to find out more about what Samuel found in there?
Perhaps. But Samuel boarded up that barrow for a reason. You don't want to tempt the same fate, lass.
Perhaps I can at least see Hobbs Barrow.
I suppose you've come a long way to be here, lass.
All the way from London, Mr. Bryden.
Have you any proof of all you've told me?
You wish to see
proof?
proof of what, Mr. Bryden?
I can't let any Tom, Dick or Harry wander around me fields. What proof have you of your claims?
Thanks for
Okay,
your time.
Ta-ra now.
we do have the letters.
Here is proof that Mr. Shoulder invited me to Bewley in order to excavate Hobbs Barrow.
Leonard making bold promises, I see. Don't make me regret this. But yes, you can have a look at it.
Thank
Yes.
Any road. Once you've set your eyes on it, you won't be wanting outdo with it. The place gives one a queer feeling.
you. So where can I find it?
Through that gate to your left. Just head straight across the top to the field there. After 10 minutes or so, you'll see Barrow, set on a hill ahead.
Thank you again, Mr. Bryden. I really do appreciate it.
Yay! Finally making progress. But first I just want to take a look around this way. The goat! Can I pet the goat?
Easy girl.
Pet it. Pet the goat.
I'm not fond of goats at the best of times, but this one seems particularly disagreeable.
I want to pet it.
This is not mine to take.
Maybe we feed
I
it the
should leave
worm?
the goat alone.
No. Okay, well, off we go, I guess.
I probably should have brought my umbrella.
Probably, but oh well. But I'm guessing we're here.
Finally, here it is.
At long last.
Barrow. Indeed, a barrow of a most unusual rectangular form. I've not seen something like this since West Kennet Long Barrow. Yes, this shall make a fine entry for my book. What secrets do you conceal, I wonder?
Okay, let's dig into it.
In good time. In good...
Okay, I guess not. Okay, don't know why we're touching it.
That smell. Earthy and sweet.
Oh, we're going back in time again.
3, 2, 1. You can open your eyes now, Thomasina. Come.
Okay, what surprise do you have for us? The mushrooms
Are
are
you ready
gone.
for your first excavation?
Yes, Daddy.
Capital. Make sure you remember everything I've taught you. I have a feeling you might find something special.
How exciting.
I'll be watching from the steps, my little bird. Good luck.
Thank you, Daddy.
Okay, yeah, I guess. Get a trowel. Pick it up.
Now I'm ready.
Indeed.
Hello.
Oh, she's so cute.
Thomasina, we don't excavate with our bare hands.
Okay, fine. Not allowed to be a child, apparently. Okay, what are we gonna
The
find?
treasure's here.
Okay, what about over here? Because I do see another lump of dirt.
Nothing here.
Okay, is there any other patches of dirt? Oh, yep, I see one right there. Didn't like that you're staring at me, judging me.
Treasure.
Yay, treasure.
Daddy, I found the treasure. Look.
Well done, little bird. Your first successful excavation. That urn you're holding is very old and precious. Take good care of it, all right?
I will, Daddy. I promise.
Okay, yay. Okay, I guess we're done here.
I do have a feeling there is something exceptional to be discovered here. I must gain Mr. Bryden's permission to excavate.
Well, that's gonna probably be a pain in the ass to do, but we should try nonetheless. So now a long walk back. It's definitely getting a bit darker now.
Darkness falls quickly here. I should make my way back to the inn.
Yeah, we should.
I don't wish to risk waking it up.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, the crew is gone.
I've already taken one.
Yeah, guessing he was munching on the worms. Oh, I didn't even notice these were here before.
I'll have to read it tomorrow. It's too dark now to make out the writing.
Yeah, okay. Check that out tomorrow. Oh, it's definitely foggy. I don't like it. Quickly to the inn before something bad happens. Well, there's definitely quite a few new people in here.
Good evening, Mr. Crozier.
Evening. Thanks again for the fossil, lass. 'Tis truly a beauty.
You're most welcome. How long have you been collecting fossils?
Ever since I were a boy. The moors look a barren place, but there are plenty of fossils to be found in the rock formations. All manner of creatures to uncover.
Such a playground for a young lad. What's your favorite piece in your collection?
The ammonite you gave me today. The most recent is always the best.
Indeed.
What about you, lass? Do you collect out?
I do. You see, I'm writing a book on the Barrows of England. It shall be called Vestiges of the Antiquities in Rural England. I document all my findings.
But what do you collect?
Pottery, tools and such.
Bones too, no doubt.
No, I leave those in place.
You've got a morbid heart, lass. Fussing about in old graves like that.
We're not dissimilar in that we both take an interest in the remains of the long gone.
I suppose you have a point there. How's your book coming along, then?
Very well, thank you. Though I'm rather keen to begin my chapter on Hobbs Barrow. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Okay, well that was a nice chat. How
Good
about
evening,
these two?
gentlemen.
What are you gonna do about him?
If he thinks he can take her away from here, he's got another thing coming. I am gonna knock his bloody block off. In fact, I can think of a better punishment. Oi, what do you want, lady? Piss off.
You heard the man.
Charming.
Yeah, I have a feeling that I don't want to mess with them. Also, this guy's playing the night game. Kitty!
I don't wish to wake him up.
Oh, I want to pet the kitty.
Hello again, Cyril.
You're still here?
Did Mr. Long convince you of the virtues of Bewley Station?
What the hell do you think? Now bugger off and leave me to me drink.
Yeah, that'd be a no.
He seems
And
even
we'll-
more wound up than usual.
Yeah, and it will probably be a no till the day he dies, which will probably be soon.
Good evening, sir.
Oh, fuck you.
I'll leave you to it.
Good evening, Miss Bateman.
Good evening, Stanley. I found Hobbs Barrow.
Oh, remember what I said, Miss Bateman. There There are stories connected to that place.
Yes, stories you won't elaborate on, I might add. Don't worry about me, Stanley. I'm quite capable of warding off imagined fiends.
I have no doubt, but please leave that place be.
I've come this far, there's no turning back now.
That's precisely what worries me.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're not ordering another drink, because,
Goodbye.
yeah.
See you soon.
We need to find a way to pay him back, and, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's go to
Time for
bed.
Tomorrow I shall convince Mr. Bryden to allow me to begin my excavation.
And we got plenty of other things to do, as well.
Miss Bateman. How are you?
Tired.
Gonna buy you a drink?
Yeah, sure, let's buy me a
Won't
drink.
hurt.
Excellent. I feel bad about what happened last night. I'm sorry I can't remember it.
That's all right, Mr. Tillett. Alcohol can do all sorts of damage to one's memory.
I was thinking that maybe if we had another drink tonight, I might remember what happened.
I'm not sure that's logical.
But worth trying?
I don't need any further convincing.
Take your seat, Miss Bateman. I shall return with the goods.
I have a bad feeling about this.
To Leonard Shoulder.
Wherever he may be. I've been meaning to ask you something.
Yes?
Why did Leonard Shoulder ask you to dig up Hobbs Barrow?
Despite his disappearing act the previous evening, not to mention his questionable sobriety, I decided Mr. Tillett was to be my ally. I spoke again of Mr. Shoulder's letter, his proposed excavation, and my status as an antiquarian and barrow digger. He was fascinated and quite excited at the prospect of meeting the soon-to-be author of a real-life book.
You must find all manner of riches on your digs.
Barrow digging is not all success, Mr. Tillett. Often I'll come across the likeliest of sites steeped in promise. We set to work with shovel and pick and all the other barrow opening paraphernalia you can imagine. Every stone carefully taken down, every shovel full of earth put dutifully through the sieve, and we find nothing. Or you may find a miserable remnant of animal bone or a shard of pottery hardly to be recognized from the peat in which it decayed. Sometimes it's as if some Neolithic humorist prepared an elaborate practical joke for your special benefit.
It still sounds much more exciting than spending your days sitting in England's most remote railway station.
Are you all right, Mr. Tillett?
I've had another argument with Agnes.
Your wife?
Aye. She didn't want me coming to the plough tonight. Truth is, I've been drinking my life away since my mother passed.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry for your loss.
You're kind, Miss Bateman. Thank you. It's been a year since the old girl left us. She had a horrible end, wasting away, day by day. Consumption got her. She was naught but bones by the end. I can't get the image out of my mind. She were everything to me.
I'm so sorry.
I apologise for going on, Miss Bateman. It's not a...
Don't worry, Mr. Tillett. I appreciate your openness.
Used to love going for walks out in the moor, my mother and I, ever since I were a little one. She'd get a tear in her eye as she looked out upon it. She loved this land. I asked Mr. Crozier to build a bench, which we've erected at her favourite lookout spot on the moors. Margaret's Lookout, we called it. Aye.
That's a beautiful tribute.
Aye. If you take a seat there, do keep her in your thoughts, won't you?
Of course, Mr. Tillett. I can relate in some manner. My father had an accident when I was very young. He's still alive, but he can neither move nor speak. He spends his entire life bedbound and incapable of communicating or looking after himself in any way.
How dreadful.
He was a barrow digger himself, an antiquarian of some renown. He taught me so much, even though I was so young. I think writing this book is my way of carrying on his work. It helps me reclaim those earlier memories of him, and I visit him often to tell him all about my excavations.
Can he hear you?
I've no idea. The doctors aren't sure. I'd do anything to make him better, Mr. Tillett. I'd do anything to bring him back to the man he was. I am in a state of suspended mourning for a man caught between life and death.
Dreadful. Just dreadful.
We all have our weaknesses. Mine just happens to be my father.
And what of your mother?
A cold woman. We haven't talked in quite some time. I think she blamed me for my father's accident somehow.
You were but a child.
Indeed. She thus saw it fit that a governess should raise me as she spent her life grieving for my father.
Well then, I propose a toast.
A toast to what?
A shared sense of loss.
I'll toast to that, Arthur.
Well, that took a depressing
Now then,
turn.
Enough of this wallowing.
Let us be merry. Another round.
I really shouldn't.
But we're
But I
gonna do
did.
it anyway.
And another after that. And another.
We're gonna get hungover tomorrow.
The frustrations of my visit to Bewley slipped away with each swill of Stanley's finest ale. We had great fun that night, Mr. Tillett and I. I treasure the memory.
Go on then. Let's hear those pipes.
Mustn't. You're incorrigible.
I didn't mean to skip that, sorry.
You'll make a sad man happy.
Oh, all right then.
Ooh, so we're gonna get the hero song.
Clasps, celts, and arrowheads I'll try to claw within my clutch. And if a shield I should espy, I'll vow there ne'er was such.
With popish tricks and relics rare, the priests their flocks do gull. In casting out the earth take care. Huzzah! I've found a skull!
Ooh, okay, this is gonna be a bit of a different dream. Ooh, purple. I'm guessing we're at where the Barrow is. Hi. Who are you? You are definitely a looker.
What is this? Who are you?
I'm the one that saved your father.
What do you mean?
You were here 25 years ago.
My father?
You were deep down with the others. You were there, and something went wrong. I dragged him out.
Impossible.
I helped him then, and I can help him again.
I don't understand.
Believe my words. You'll find proof in morning. Now go. One more thing. This is not a dream.